Hey guys, are you ready for a meal that's pure comfort and packed with flavor? Today we're going all in with stuffed chicken breast wrapped in crispy bacon, paired with cheesy mashed potatoes and some veggies to balance it all out. This meal is absolutely indulgent, it's satisfying and perfect for when you're craving something that's a little more hearty but is still homemade. So here I am prepping the potatoes. I've already peeled and washed them. I'm just cutting them up small. That way they cook a lot faster. If you put them like in larger pieces, of course, it's gonna take longer to cook. I can't remember exactly how many potatoes I used here, but I think it was about 6. It's just for about 5 days of meals. So I know most people like just adding water to their potatoes when they're boiling them, but for me, what I've noticed is cooking potatoes in stock actually adds a lot more flavor to the potatoes, that when you're actually done, when they're done cooking, you don't need to season them a lot more at that point because they've already absorbed all of the seasonings and flavor from the stock. So I had just a little bit of veggie stock left. I used that and I'm adding some beef stock to it as well. I will also add just a little bit of chicken bouillon powder, but like I said, once that's done, I'm not gonna be adding any more salt to it. So I'm prepping for the stuffing that I'm gonna use for the chicken breast. Now this is something, there's so many different variations, like different ingredients that you can put together to create the stuffing, but for me, I'm actually just gonna use spinach, cottage cheese, cream cheese, and also just some other seasonings as well. So the spinach was frozen. Of course, once it has been thawed out, there's going to be a lot of liquid left in it. So I did not want to add it to the mixture, the stuffing mixture with all of that extra liquid. So I just squeezed it out with a strainer. That way my stuffing would not be loose and runny. So I'm just gonna mix in, just mash everything together, the spinach and the cream cheese, to make sure it's all combined. I did leave the cream cheese out of the fridge for a little bit just to make sure that it was quite soft, so it would just be easier to mix at that point. I am going to be adding some Parmesan cheese and also some mozzarella cheese to the mix. Like I said, guys, this is not the typical meals that I would make for my meal preps, but I was just feeling like I really needed something that's a little bit more comforting, and also I will be meal prepping for Leilani as well, and this is actually one of her favorite meals. So Leilani was actually in the kitchen helping me out by just packing away some dishes. And she was actually grabbing cheese as I was putting into the mixture. But it was really fun having her with me because usually she doesn't want anything to do with me when I'm in the kitchen. So it was cool having her there. And like I said, this is something that she really loves. So it was nice, that she was actually able to help me. So the mixture is coming together really well. And I will just add a little bit of extra seasonings like the garlic powder, onion powder, a little pinch of the Himalayan pink salt, and some cracked black pepper. You have to be extra careful with the salt because the cheeses already have salt added to them. I'm just adding just a little bit because of the spinach, but that's about it. So I'm quite satisfied with the turnout for the the stuffing. Now I'm just preparing the sheet pan for the chicken breast. Guys, I know meal prepping is usually all about healthy and light, but let's just be real. Sometimes we just want a meal that hits the spot. This recipe is definitely for those days when you're looking to treat yourself without spending mad hours in the kitchen. So I'm just prepping the countertop so I can remove some of the excess liquid from the chicken because they have been marinating overnight in the fridge. So I don't want to add the stuffing to it while it has a lot of moisture. And Leilani was really good at helping me by passing the bacon strips to me. That way I could just wrap the chicken properly and then transfer them to the sheet pan. I will list the ingredients that I used in the stuffing in the description. So if any of you would like to try this stuffed chicken breast recipe, you can definitely do so. Guys, I know this looks like it might be a little bit time consuming, but to be honest, it did not take a lot of time to do this. I only used about 5 pieces of chicken breast, and this was done in like 10 minutes. I was done wrapping, stuffing the chicken and wrapping them all together. So if you're worried about time, this is definitely not that time consuming at all. Just having Leilani there helping me by handing me the bacon strips actually did save me some time as well. But just look how these guys, turned out just, by wrapping them. I added some toothpicks just to hold the bacon strips in place and just make sure that while they were cooking, they did not come undone. Of course, I am just sanitizing the countertop because even though I did have plastic wrap and napkin on the counter, I still want to make sure that my countertop is still clean. The potatoes are done cooking. I have started mashing them. So I've just added some chopped up spring onions to the mix. I really want my potatoes to be nice, light, and fluffy. So I know this is just a little bit of herb butter that I had left, garlic herb butter that I had left in the fridge. I just wanted to use it up, and it actually adds a really great flavor, garlicky flavor to the potatoes. So that was really good. And like I mentioned before, guys, if you have been cooking your potatoes with just water and salt, maybe you might want to try just cooking your potatoes in stock instead, and then you can let me know how it turns out. Of course, I've added some sour cream to the potatoes as well. I don't know about you, but for me, it's something that really adds that little extra something to the potatoes. And for all my West Indians out there, if you know, carnation milk is not so much milk but more of a creamer, and I just think it is perfect for mashed potatoes. There is a huge difference in my opinion in using carnation milk, evaporated milk, as opposed to just regular milk, because it has a creamier consistency than just liquid milk. So I'm adding also just some Monterey Jack cheese, and as well I'm gonna add the smoked Gouda just to give the potatoes that smoky flavor. I'm telling you, this stuff is so good. So I'm just adding some cracked black pepper to it. A lot goes a long way. I know I use a lot, but what can I say? I do like a cracked black pepper. So here I am just giving it a try, and guys, I'm telling you, this was so good. Yeah, I was really, really feeling it at this point. The mashed potato actually turned out exactly how I wanted it. So I'm gonna top the mashed potatoes with some Italian style breadcrumbs, and I'm also gonna add just a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top as well. You don't have to, if you're trying this, you don't have to use the same. You can top it with, I know that the typical is maybe some marble cheese or just yellow cheddar, but it's all up to you. For me, I like these, so that's what I use. So I'm putting these in, and I put them in about, so the oven has been preheating on 400, and I will leave these in. So the potatoes, of course, they don't really need to be in the oven for too long, just about 15 minutes just to get a golden crust. And the chicken, I will also just check about 20 minutes because it has the stuff in the inside, but no longer because you do not want your chicken to be too dry. So I'm just getting some carrots ready for the veggies because, like I said, I do want to balance this meal out a bit with some veggies so that it's not, too heavy. So just carrots and the rest of the bell peppers from my last meal prep, and also some string beans or green beans. Yes, I am using what's left of the chicken marinade to saute the veggies because I am not going to let it go to waste. So yes. But I've just added the carrots to the pan. Of course, they take longer to cook, so those will go in first. Then I will add the rest of the veggies. I will also add just a little bit of beef broth to it just so that they can cook down a bit. So there you have it. That's what the veggies look like. I just love how vibrant and colorful they are all together, and also very tasty. Guys, just look at how this stuffed chicken breast turned out. The bacon strips did not move. They're nice and golden brown. Also, the baked mashed potatoes, look at that crust on it. Oh my God, it looks so good. So like I said before, I'm not only meal prepping for my 5 days of work, but I'm also meal prepping for Leilani as well. So as it's one of her favorite meals. The potatoes are still quite soft, but it's just that they're fresh out of the oven. It's still hot, but once it's cooled down, then it will be a little bit more firm. The chicken breast, there were a few that were really big, so I just decided to cut them down a bit. Leilani did not want any veggies with her food, so she's only gonna have the potatoes and chicken, and I will be having all of the veggies. So I'm gonna try to pack on as much veggies as I possibly can in the bowl, because this meal, like I said, the potatoes and the chicken and everything that's in it, it really has a lot going on and it's not on the healthiest side. So I'm gonna try to get as much veggies as I possibly can. So guys, I really hope that you have been enjoying these meal prep videos. If you would like to continue to see more of these, please let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel so I can continue to post amazing meal prep videos for you guys. Hit the notification bell so you never miss out, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.